Hi, and welcome to the Advanced English Lesson Number 1. I made this series for those of you who have been learning English for years, months, and just feel like you're not at the level you want to be. This series is going to help you find different phrases and expressions, idioms, slangs, things that you can use to take you from just advanced to more so the fluent level. Let's go ahead and jump in. Our lesson today is phrasal verbs. So, what is a phrasal verb? It looks like a sophisticated term, but what it really is in English, we have many phrasal verbs and they pop up everywhere. A phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition or an adverb. And depending on how you change it by adding a different preposition, you completely change the meaning of the word. So, why do you need to learn these? Well, if you want to take your language skills from intermediate to advanced to even fluency, you really do have to master phrasal verbs. They're everywhere, they're in everything. They're in daily conversations, movies, music, and this will really help you to understand the conversation outside of just the generic and standard phrases that you learn in a typical English class. So let's look at a few examples of them in this video. Phrasal verb number 1, break down. I'm sure you've heard of the verb break, and you probably heard the phrase down. But break down has the meaning of to stop working, to stop working. And when somebody says, my car broke down, they mean their car is not running anymore. It literally is broken down. So my car broke down on the way to work. To stop working. Breakdown means simply to stop working. Phrasal verb number 2, run out of. Meaning for this one is to have no more of something. For example, I ran out of coffee this morning, meaning you don't have any coffee left in the pantry or in the cupboard. There's a few other expressions that we use with run out of in English, like run out of time, run out of batteries. And you can use it to say, I ran out of food at home. That's when you need to go grocery shopping, you use that one. So you can use it with anything that you don't have much of anymore. Run out of. Phrasal verb number 3, look up to. Now, look up doesn't just mean to look at somebody, but it literally means to admire them when we use this phrase. Look up to means that I look up to my parents for their hard work, meaning that you admire them or you really see them as a role model. So, look up to is phrasal verb number 3. Phrasal verb number 4, bring up. Bring up has two meanings in English. It can mean you mention a topic or you mention a new subject in a sentence, or it can mean to raise a child or to be raised by your parents. Okay, so we have two meanings for this one. But in this example, it says she brought up the idea of moving to a new city. This one goes with the first part of the definition, to mention a subject or a new topic. Bring up. Phrasal verb number 5, call off, meaning to cancel something. For example, they called off the meeting due to the weather. Call off, to cancel something. Phrasal verb number 6, put off. Put off means to postpone something or to wait to do it later. They put off the meeting until next week. Postpone. It literally means to postpone. Phrasal verb number 7, get along with. To have friends. And this means to have a friendly relationship with somebody. It also means that you have a good relationship. It tends to be no fighting or no bickering. To get along with. The example is, I get along well with my coworkers. That means that the people that you work with at your job, everything goes good, it goes smoothly. To get along with. The opposite of that would be I don't get along with, which means it's not that great of a relationship. So, some things that you can do for practice after this activity is challenge yourself by writing 3 sentences using your favorite phrasal verbs from this lesson. Write them down in the comments. I'll check them. I'll even tell you if you wrote them right and give you a suggestion for another phrasal verb that's like them. Tip: use paraphrasing. With phrasal verbs, that's what these really are. They help you to paraphrase a sentence. When we say paraphrase, we mean you slightly change it, make it shorter so that you get your point across. So, paraphrasing the sentence conveys the same message in a slightly different way. You can use phrasal verbs to help you switch up your conversation to get your point across. Okay? Instead of saying, I'm not going to the meeting, you can say, I postponed the meeting or I called off the meeting. You now have 3 options instead of just one. Using paraphrasing helps you to do that, gives you many different ways to say the same thing. If you want more tips like this, check out my language playbook. It has over 30 strategies that you can use to take your language skills from 0 to the next notch. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and like, and tell me of any other videos you want to see in this new Advanced English lesson series. Have a great day. See you.